So this year, I had a breakdown after what was a really hard 2 years.
If you get the puzzles out, Sebby, I will do that.
Okay, so we've just dropped Nikki off to the hospital and we get to spend a bit of time in the rain. Right, you're going there, quick! You're going there, quick! Daddy's rescued it! Oh my goodness me.
That was almost the worst thing that's ever happened in our whole life.
I'm back!
Daddy, play!
Oh, Havey, thank goodness you're home. Can you please just change his bottom just while I make the dinner and the other one's climbing up the wall out there? Thank you.
And then it happened. While sat in my shop, I started to cry. My mind went blank. I felt numb. I was having a breakdown. My brain froze. I felt overwhelmed, like I had too much to cope with, that I'd been running for just far too long. My mind stopped working. I was suddenly unable to speak properly, to find the words to say, to explain my thoughts. I just sat there in silence, unable to speak that day. And then the next day at my son's birthday party, with everyone around, I was just there, unable to really... I went through the motions, but my brain wasn't engaged fully. I don't know if you can relate to that. So why did I have a breakdown? Well, one of the main reasons is lack of sleep, which is actually a form of torture. I just wasn't getting enough sleep. At the beginning, 3 hours a night of broken sleep, and then now probably 7 hours sleep, but increasingly not having enough sleep was making a huge difference and a real impact on my mental health. The other reason is I've had a traumatic situation. My twins were born very early. I wasn't able to see them for the first 4.5 weeks. There was a lot involved in worrying about my wife and trying to protect her and look after her, as well as my 3 very small children. And then living with 3 very demanding boys, and now very lively boys, one of which has developmental issues and so needs a lot of extra support. And then I had difficulties at work. I was furloughed, I was unable to work, I was unable to run my charity, having to recruit new people, having to change and adapt things. And I found that actually really quite difficult. And then with COVID and isolation and the struggles that we all face with that, it's been really hard. In fact, both my doctor and my counsellor described it as being in fight mode for the last 1.5 years, fighting to survive, fighting to keep my children alive, fighting to keep everyone safe, fighting to all these different battles. And that is exhausting. And our bodies and our minds can only take so much. And so without being able to avoid it, it came to the point where my brain had just had enough. Your situation will be very different to mine, but I'm sure it's equally as challenging for you. Life is not easy. Life comes with its challenges. Life is unpredictable. And sometimes with situations and circumstances outside of our control, it just becomes too much, too overwhelming and not copable with. So you might feel overwhelmed by your current situation. You might be fighting rejection or pain, or being discouraged or discriminated against or bullied or put down, and your brain might be telling you this is enough, this is too much, I can't cope. And you may be feeling some of the same symptoms and experiencing the same things that I've been experiencing, that you just don't want to be around people, you can't communicate, can't articulate yourself enough, or your brain just can't cope with things. That is your brain and your mind shutting down to protect you, because you're putting yourself through too much. And you've got to stop. You've got to, with the best of your ability, stop, look at yourself and find solutions. I always believe that everything is figure outable. Everything has an answer and everything has a solution, and that is what I have been on a mission to find. How can I make myself better? How can I get myself better? What can I do to give myself a fighting chance of surviving? And that is what my next video is all going to be about. So if that interests you, please subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and then you'll be notified when that is uploaded. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you've experienced some kind of trauma in some way, or some kind of breakdown, then I'd love to connect with you in the comments below. So let me know what's happened, how you're doing, and I will meet you there or in the next video. Okay, remember to keep moving forward. You've got this.